The takeoff. A very important part of surfing. Get it wrong and you've ruined a great wave. Get it right and you're set up perfectly to fly down the line or perform any maneuver you like. In this video, I'm going to explore a new type of takeoff that I've been neglecting for a long time and could help surfers of all levels.
That was actually really good. Yeah, nowhere for me to go on this giant one. Nowhere to go. It's a closeout.
Also, since I haven't been surfing due to a recent hip replacement, I found the hobby of longboard dancing as I've been really, really bored.
I was just bored.
Curious to see if this will help my first session back and my surfing in general. It's probably too soon to tell as I've only had 2 or 3 real skate sessions, but we'll see.
Well, this is a super exciting day for me because this is my first surf session since my hip replacement. Now, should I be surfing? I think I'm okay. I'm like 2.5 months out, feeling pretty good, but I guess we'll see. And I'm gonna mic myself up today, so I'll tell you exactly how I feel in the water. I'm just checking this one spot here and see how this looks. Now, before my surgery, while I was still surfing and whatnot, I was watching clips of myself and I noticed that specifically on backside waves, but also on frontside, I will stand up real quick and kind of then wait for the wave to form, and then I will kind of go down the line. And I noticed that so many of the good surfers, Devin Howard, all these guys, the second they pop up, they're in power. And the only way to do that is to wait until the wave has power before you pop up. Is there any benefit to doing that versus standing up early? I don't know. That's what I'm going to test out today. But I also got a message from Dylan from Kook Surf Coach. I'll put his Instagram account right below here. After my surgery, unprompted, he sent me a message saying, dude, you gotta hold off your takeoff. So there must be something to it. And I'm gonna go find out if there is. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad, but I'm gonna go check my usual place, see if there's anything better, and we'll get to it. Not only am I excited to surf, I'm also a little worried about the hip, but I'm also very excited about the hip because I could do things now I couldn't do before. Like actually bend my leg. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. Now, you may know I've been riding our prototype fin, which is now finally available. The Jackrabbit. This is my first time actually riding the one with the graphics on it, the official product. Now this fin, it was me, Ben Considine, and Tommy Potterton. We wanted to make a fin for ourselves, and that's exactly what we did. We wanted like a 4A type fin, so something that's very maneuverable, a little bit loose, but yet still had just a little bit more stability than a 4A. So yeah, if you're interested, check it out on the website. Now, because this fin is a looser fin, we did want to be able to put it as far back in the fin box as possible, so we put the screw in the front here to save room in the back. And the only thing preventing me from going farther is the stupid leash thing. But, you know, I gotta have it. I'm not quite good enough to never have a leash, so. Now, I am using my Chingona today. I specifically will now use this board on the slightly smaller days, that extra 4 inches of length. It's a 9/6. That'll help me on the smaller days just maintain my power. And then for the more powerful days, which is normally what we have in Jersey, I'll be riding my 9.2 CI log. So last thing I have to do is slap some of our new members on the board, and we'll be good to go. So our website is longboardsessions.com, and we have a full video curriculum to take you from zero surf experience all the way to everything. Hanging 10, hanging heels, anything you want to know. It's step by step, it's very easy to follow, and people are getting some really good results from it. We also have the option where you can post a video clip of yourself, and we will actually give you feedback based on that video clip. So we're trying to keep a continuous feedback loop for our members. Continuous feedback is how you get good at anything. You know, so yes, you can go take a surf lesson somewhere, but oftentimes you don't do it as much as you should. This is a way to have like a coach with you 24/7. That was kind of the whole idea behind it. We're very proud of it, and yeah, check it out if you're interested.
Now it's time to attempt to hold off the takeoff and test out my brand new hip.
it off. Oh gosh, I stink. Woo! All right, I gotta try not to get in Jonathan's way.
Okay, first wave successful, no hip dislocation, but boy am I rusty. Next wave is a late takeoff that I was quite nervous on, so I stayed on my knees.
I was a little scared on that one, to be honest. This is fun. We're gonna have to find some shoulders. But they're a little fast. Oh yeah. How about this? If I hadn't gotten a recent hip replacement, I would have taken that one for sure. But I'm being a little safe right now because this is strange.
And finally, we get to a wave that's worth talking about.
All right, hold it, and up. Ooh, I like that. That was nice.
Okay, yes, not much to look at here, but I've never done this before. I normally would have popped up right here. Instead, I surfed prone for a bit, set my line, and then popped up. There was a feeling of smoothness and control that's kind of hard to explain, but let's keep going.
Oh no.
Did I mention I was rusty? Yikes. Here's another similar wave where I hold off the takeoff, set my line, pop up, and go immediately into a baby bottom turn. Though I stunk up the rest of the wave, the feeling of these last two takeoffs were unbelievable. My takeaway so far is that if you're a beginner, you must try this exercise. So many beginners struggle with the takeoff and end up at the bottom of the wave, which has no power. Practicing setting your line prior to the pop-up will send you flying down the line, which is what really gets you hooked on this sport. Since this board is longer, I am struggling to find the tail, hence why I keep bogging the rail on the takeoff.
Oh gosh, I'm not used to this board.
However, this immediate pop-up into power is exactly what I'm going for. Even with the rail bog, I started with tons of power. I held the takeoff way longer than I would have normally, the wave had time to build up, and what do you know, took off with speed.
Popping up is no problem at all right now, which is great. I was worried about that. Here you go. Wow. Phew! Oh yeah. Nice one. Let's fade it and go right for it. Woohoo! And off the top, I actually landed. Wasn't great. Landed it. Probably missed out on a nose ride there. And I popped up too early for sure. It's very hard for me to hold off. I'm just not used to it. Had I held that off though, I would have been right in the pocket for a nose ride. So I'm starting to understand why people like to hold and take off. But now nowhere for me to go on this giant one. Yeah, that didn't look like much, but that was actually really good. I actually felt what they're talking about on that one.
You know when you take a wave and you think it was great, and then you see the video clip? Yikes. But the feeling here is exactly what I was going for. Here's Devin doing it much more stylish with some compression at the bottom, and here's me doing it like a doofus. But now I'm onto something.
Now what's cool about my hip replacement is I can knee paddle with no pain. Woo! This used to really hurt. That's why I stopped doing it the last, 8 months or so.
And finally, it all came together.
Yeah, keep it outside left here. Yeah, was good. Go a little deeper. I'm actually kind of late here. So. That was actually really good. Really good. I held the takeoff a little bit, popped right into a board setup for a nose ride. Held my nose ride way too long as usual, but it's the way it goes sometimes. That was sweet.
I held off till the board was traveling down with speed, popped up to immediate inside rail pressure to compress off the bottom, and got the board traveling up to prepare for the nose ride. The whole thing came together smoothly and basically effortless. Holding off the takeoff this session essentially made me more critical in general and made the takeoff a little more effortless. There's also something to say about how hyper-focused you are while holding off in the prone position. That hyper-focus translates to better decisions. Beginners and advanced alike would do well practicing this drill, as I will continue to do. Also, if you're a beginner, watch this video next, as it will keep you from ending up at the bottom of the wave, which is the most boring part of the wave. I clearly struggled finding the tail of my board today, so next video I'll be working on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Hey, I'm not limping.